Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Friday. I hope y'all stayed hydrated throughout the week because that's important. That being said, let's get into this morning's talk. Okay, so yesterday, I posted a little thing about not everybody who pray for you is actually for you. And I said a video would come later. I meant to post this yesterday, but I didn't feel like it, so we're doing it now. Okay, so I'm gonna flip through this. You take what you need from the cards, but I'm gonna just talk about what I posted yesterday and why it's not really weighing heavy, but it hit me like damn, there really be motherfuckers in your circle who's supposed to be in your circle who are rooting against you. Okay, so Monday I without saying anything, because I know my goals, right? And I don't usually tell everybody my goals. I didn't tell this person what I was trying to accomplish, but they made it very clear that their prayers were to do ask whoever they pray to do the complete opposite. And they were very vocal, very honest about this. And I was like, damn, right? And I'm like, who are you to pray to keep me small, to keep me little, to keep me in your comfort zone, right? Now, normally that would have flew out of my mouth, but I had coffee that day, so it didn't, okay? And, I have this thing about, letting others voice their opinions. Now, while this person was telling me this, I canceled every last motherfucking thing that came out of their mouth. Here's why. I'm not here to make somebody else comfortable. That's not my job. That is not my job. And if you know me, I have been wanting to leave this state for years, okay? But you can't sit up here and pray for me to stay where I'm unhappy. And I'm gonna magically become fucking happy? Like, listen, when people come to me and they say, well, I want to do this, but my family, you know what? Listen, you have to do what brings happiness to your soul, not what brings it to everybody else's. You're not living their life. If they want to see you, then they can fucking come visit you wherever you at, right? If they don't like your, career choice, that's fine for them. But, they're not paying your bills, you are. And you're the one who has to be happy with what you're doing. Nobody else can do that for you, right? So I'm a firm believer that you should do whatever the fuck you want to do, okay? Because you can and you will, and that's just how that shit rolls, right? And I'm also firmly against anybody who wants you to stay small, to stay little, to stay in their comfort zone. No, grow. I want you to fucking grow, okay? I want you to, put your roots where you want them, not where everybody else wants you to be. Because how the fuck is that fair? Like, how is that fair? Like, I promise you, like, in that moment, I swear to you, I could have did like one of them how high slaps. Because how dare you tell me you prayed against me and you just okay with it. Like, you fucking okay with it. Like, all is well. I prayed that you wouldn't do that. Like, that's the equivalent of praying that somebody dies. In my book, okay, not everybody's book, but Catrice's book, that's the equivalent of that. Because if that person is unhappy and they know what will make them happy, and you are praying the opposite, that makes you then the oppressor, right? That makes that person the oppressor, and it makes you depressed, right? So be mindful when motherfuckers come up to you and be like, you know, you mention even the slightest goal, and they're like, oh no, you shouldn't do that. Why? So I can, what, be unhappy? Because this makes me happy, and you want me to do this. Why? Right? Question that. Right? Know who's in your tribe. Know who's in your circle. Know who wants you to do better, to succeed, to just like know that. Right? If you weren't paying attention, you know, then you can pay attention now. Right? It's time to focus on you. You can't keep living people pleasing. There it is. I said it. You can't fucking keep people pleasing, right? And I'm not one to sit here up here and people please, but I'm also not one to sit up here and just be like, you know, blatantly rude to people. I might not be I'm not an extrovert by any means. I am an introvert. But I'm not going to keep somebody small just because it's comfortable for me. No, because then that shit becomes uncomfortable. Because when you think about it, when somebody is praying against you, and I'm saying it that way just so that you can understand it, most people are praying for things to be in their comfort zone. They're not exactly praying for you to actually be happy. They're praying for them to be happy. They're praying, you know, however they put those prayers out there. That's what they're actually doing. I don't like that, right? That's one of the reasons why, you know, when people send me prayer requests, and whether it's for a full moon or whatever, I put in the request they gave to me, not my request for them. That removes the bias. You should not be biased when you're praying for somebody. It shouldn't be what's in your best interest. It should be whatever's in their best interest, if that makes sense, right? And this isn't the first time this person has said something to me, and every time they say it, I cancel it because I'm not about to put up with your bullshit. Just because you don't like change doesn't mean that I don't like change. I'm actually an advocate for change because that is like one of the only things that are constant in this world, that and pennies, okay? Change is inevitable, right? And you have to learn when your story has to change, when your life has to change, and, you know, begin writing that and inscribing it and moving towards that. Otherwise, you're just gonna be like unhappy as hell. And I'm not gonna walk around unhappy, okay? And I don't want you to walk around unhappy either. So that being said, know who's in your circle, right? Know who's for you, know who's not for you. Okay, know when to cancel them. You know, when somebody's putting something out there that's totally against what you're trying to manifest, cancel that, right? And I know this video is long. I apologize, but whatever. Don't care. All right. I had to get it out. I wish you all the greatest of weekends. All right. I'm pretty sure I'll be random as hell this weekend. Stay hydrated. Eat something good, right? Pay attention to who's in your tribe and who's not, and all that jazz. And I wish you the brightest of blessings.